Hi guys, good evening to all. I hope you are all doing good. Okay, and in this session, I will teach you top 100 comments, Linux comments, which are used in software industry in our daily work. So today is the first session. So today we can discuss about the Linux history, who invented and which year it was invented. Those things we will discuss in this session. Then coming next sessions, I will tell you the top 100 comments, and I will show the exams with screenshot everything. I will tell you. Okay. Firstly, Linux was created by Linus in the year of 1991 when he was in college. At that time, he is very interested to developing the one operating system, and also he is very interested in developing. So at that time, he decided to develop the one operating system. So he is studying at that time in University of Helsinki. So at that time, he started to building this Linux operating system. So nowadays, it is using most of the top MNC companies, you know, uh, Google, Amazon, Facebook. So many companies are using this Linux operating system. So in the world, 70% of the websites running on the Linux operating system. Why most of the top MS companies or top IT companies are using this Linux operating system? Because of Linux is a Linux is a open source operating operating system. Because it's a it is a open source operating system. That's why most of the companies are using this Linux operating system. And firstly, we need to know what is the open source operating system. Open source operating system means the source code which is freely available to everyone, to everyone. It is known as a open source operating system. um, by using that source code, we can easily modify the code or share the code. These things we can we can do based on our requirement. Open source operating system is where the source code which is available freely to everyone. By using the source code, we can easily modify, or share, or improve the that code based on our requirement. So based on requirement, when we can change that code, we can easily using in our websites running freely in Linux operating. So that's why we use Linux operating system. For example, one app have 1,000 lines of code, so the user can easily access the code, and based on their requirement, he can modify the code, and they can use that code for running their application. So that's why we are using the Linux operating system. There is a lot of operating system, but it is a open source operating system. That's why we are using the Linux operating system. And Linux operating system can manage all hardware resources like CPU, uh, memory, memory, and CPU. And Linux is a case sensitive. It means, for example, uh, we are going to create a one file, mm, dd.txt and dd.txt. Do you know, for everyone think that ddd.txt, capital and small d both are same, but Linux can treat as both are not same, they are different. So that is the case sensitive. And we can run multiple programs at the same time without slowing down. You can run the without crashing, and also it can support for multiple users. And the core of the Linux is kernel. Firstly, we need to know what is the kernel. Kernel is the most critical component of the operating system. And it can manage the communication between the hardware and software. can support the multiple users, and it can run multitask, and without time delay it can run the it can run servers, and there is a architecture of the Linux system. It consists of shell, kernel, hardware, and application. Here hardware is nothing but a CPU, memory devices, and kernel is one of the complex component of the operating system, and shell is the interface of the running the commands, and there is a another one, utilities. These are the components of the architecture of the Linux command, and mostly in this Linux operating system can be used in DevOps tools, and development also we can use, and the cloud platform also we can use the Linux operating system, and in DevOps tools we can use in Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins, Terraform, and these tools we can use the Linux operating system. At the same time we can use the cloud platform like you do AWS, Azure, GCP. In these cloud platforms we can using the Linux operating system, and more 70% of the websites are on the Linux commands, and the features of the Linux operating system, it is a open source. It is open source operating system, and it can support multitasking, and it can support multiple users, and it can provide security, and stable application like that, and most of the web servers run Linux command like Google and Facebook, and it is excellent for coding, and it can support the programming languages like C, Python, Java, and cloud computing, programming development, and cyber security and hacking. And in these scenarios we can use the Linux operating system. In nowadays most of the IT companies are using the Linux command, and it's all about the Linux operating system, like about the history and these things. Tomorrow we can discuss about how to install the Ubuntu OS, and how to run the commands, and I will tell you the top 100 commands which are used in daily in our software industry. Okay, thank you.